I can't believe we're in May. Where has the time gone? I can't believe it is Faves X Fails time for the month of April, in which I talk about all of my favorite products in makeup and beauty that have worked for me, and also those products that have not worked for me. In these videos, I like to show you these products on my face. I like to create this look that you see here and basically show you rather than tell you why these products are my favorites. So this is your roundup video that you can watch with a notepad perhaps and jot down some of your faves from the video. Also, all the items that I'm talking about are listed and linked below in the description, so you can also click on them if you're interested in purchasing them. And without further ado, let's get into this video. But before we do, remember to subscribe and to hit that notification bell so you can see all of my Wednesday and Sunday videos. And now let's begin. Faves X Fails for the month of April. Here we come. Also, I'm Maryam. Hi. Notes in my hand. As always and per usual, I come prepared. I've got the prices here in front of me because I feel like this is important for these Faves X Fails videos. I'm gonna go down the line as I always do with the primer. So this month I have a favorite primer and also a fail primer. I'm gonna start with the fail primer just cause this month I'm not loving the Milani Peach Glass Skin Primer because it is extremely scented. It's so obscenely fragranced and it smells like that fake peach scent that it's almost impossible for me to use. Granted, I am someone who's kind of sensitive to scents. I don't even wear perfumes on a regular basis. Scents in cosmetics, scents in beauty products in general is something that I tend to shy away from. I stay away from it because I just don't like it. Also, just like this glass skin effect is not really a glass skin effect. I mean, it's okay, but I've had better. From that range of Milani products, I did keep the avocado primer. That one was like a redness relief, I believe. Yep, this guy I like, this guy I did not like. But moving on to the primer that I will be using for today's video, it's actually not the Milani. I'm going to grab my JOUER Anti-Blemish Matte Primer. So now this one is kind of pricey, it's $34, but it's clean, it's oil-free, and it has some salicylic acid acne treatment, so it's kind of like a 2-for-1 or maybe even a 3-for-1. I like it. I feel like it's really good for smoothing. I've been using it and I think it's a great discovery for this month. Feels very light and hydrating on the skin. Not too heavy at all. What you want to do with these types of primers is you want to avoid the delicate under eye area. Because it has that salicylic acid, you absolutely do not want to apply that anywhere near your eye, which is fine by me because I generally don't prime the under eye area anyway. Also, you might notice that I am looking just a little bit pale today, and I have to address that just because, I don't know, anytime you look any sort of different on camera, people seem to have an opinion or a comment about that. So the reason why I'm looking this way right now is because I am now fully vaxxed, and yesterday was my post 24-hour after the second shot of the Pfizer vaccine. So I had some side effects. I had some symptoms, got some cold chills, got a massive headache, got some body aches. I was basically in bed all day. I was super pale, super like stripped of my life force and my life energy. It only lasted for about 24 hours and now I am totally fine, but I'm still kind of getting my color back in my face and I'm still sort of recuperating. Other than that, I feel totally fine. It's absolutely 100% worth it. It's gonna be a Shine Girl summer! Yeah! Wait till you see me this summer. Whew! I have been warning everyone who knows me that there's gonna be a whole new Maryam this summer that they haven't seen before since I was about 21. All right, primer is on. Do you see how nice and matte it makes my skin look? Also makes it feel nice and matte, but not tight, you know, which is what I like. All right, moving right along to some foundation, fails and faves. So I'm liking quite a few foundations this month. Number one, you guys already know, I'm a big fan of the new FENTY Eaze Drop Foundation Blurring Skin Tint. I like this one a lot. I've been using it a lot. I feel like it's great for every day to give you that no makeup type of look. Also, it has really great coverage for a skin tint. They really killed it with this one. I wear shade 10. This product is $29.50. I think it's worth it. I'm not gonna use it today though. Also this month, I've been loving the Makeup Forever Water Tone Skin Perfecting Fresh Foundation. This one is super sheer coverage. I wouldn't even call it a foundation. This is just a skin tint. But for $37, I just feel like, I don't know if I would pay $37 for just a skin tint. I was reading your comments on my review video of this particular product, and some people were saying that $37 is a steep price to pay for something that's not full coverage. You'd expect that from a super highly pigmented foundation that covers everything, but not for a skin tint. Although this had a really good wear test, it works for my oily AF skin, but it's actually meant for dry skin. It's a very versatile product. It's very sheer. Not a fail for me. Also, I can't exactly put this in the faves category. I just don't think it's a universal product. So the product that I am loving the most, also in the skin tint, in the tinted moisturizer family category, I've been loving this L'Oreal Skin Paradise Water Infused Tinted Moisturizer. This is $17, kind of pricey for a drugstore tinted moisturizer, but it's a lovely product. So I've been mixing shades 1 and 3. They're both yellow based, and it's been working great for me. Do you see what I mean? The coverage is really pretty. The glide is absolutely effortless. The coverage is a bit more than that of a tinted moisturizer or skin tint, but the price is right compared to $29.50 or $37 for a tinted moisturizer. And now suddenly my color is back. I'm not so pale anymore. All right, for concealer this month, nothing new. I'm just gonna use my Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape from my faves for last month. Generally, that's what I do in these videos. If I don't have a new fave for the month, then I use previous month's fave. That way, you get a chance to get to know all of my faves. And also, it gives you a reason to watch my other Faves X Fails. All right, for the powder, I'm just gonna go ahead and use my one size for the under eye and also for my pore zones. And then for the rest of the face, I have a new fave for the month. This one size powder, I gotta say, is a 2021 fave. Might be in the #1 slot for my favorite product for 2021 thus far. It's just such an amazingly smoothing, brightening, setting powder. It does so much and it's just so good. It has absolutely no scent. It does what it says it's gonna do. It's a hit with me, you guys. And I know it's a hit with a lot of you who've tried this based off of my recommendation. So that makes me super happy. And now on to a new favorite powder for the month. I have been loving the new TATCHA The Silk powder. This one is highly pricey. It's $48, but it does have some amazing ingredients. And it's truly a perfecting powder. This one is so finely milled. It's finer than the one size powder. And what I love about it the most is how it just doesn't look like powder at all. It doesn't look like powder, yet it kind of just cocoons your skin in a way that still looks like your skin, but it's no longer oily, it's no longer shiny, it just kind of has a natural radiant luminance that natural skin is supposed to have. So that's kind of what I like about it the most. It's also very blurring, very pore perfecting and pore friendly. So good for someone like myself who's oily AF, who's acne prone, because it helps to really balance out all of those concerns. I'm a big fan of this one. Also, generally speaking, I'm not a big fan of luminous powders. More on that in a sec, but this one somehow works. It doesn't give me that white cast. It doesn't give me that crazy metallic luminosity. It's just pretty. And that's what we want, right? That's what we want when we use makeup. We want it to just enhance our natural features. We want to feel good in our skin. We want to feel pretty. And now let's talk about a powder that failed me this month. And I'm sad to say it is the translucent setting powder from the new collection from Jaclyn Cosmetics, from this prep and set collection that I reviewed in my previous video. Now, a lot of the powders, I gotta say, I was very confused by. The palettes themselves had really nice powders in them. However, all the colors in the palette didn't really make sense. It felt like not enough product for a full face of application. It left me wanting single powders as opposed to the palette. Then the under eye powders were kind of nice, but not revolutionary enough to get me to talk about them more. But again, I did not hate those products. Now, the one product that was very clearly a no for me off the bat was this translucent setting powder. Now this is very white. It is white and it is a luminous white. So when I applied this to my face, it literally left a very luminous white cast on my skin. So it wasn't pore friendly, it wasn't skin perfecting. In fact, it just looked like a white cast across my face, and it just wasn't pretty on me. However, I do think this is something that would probably work for someone who has very fair skin, that is already pretty flawless, without any pores, without major imperfections. So not a universal product, not something that I would reach for ever again, not even on a good skin day. I don't like that white casting film all over my face. I don't think that looks good on camera. I don't think that would look good in photographs, and frankly, it just didn't look good on my face. And you know what? I liked all of Jaclyn Cosmetics launches thus far. I love the lipsticks, I like the bronzer blush duos, I love the highlighters, I liked everything, but this particular collection of the powders seemed a little incomplete to me. It seemed not fully thought through, and that's okay, you know, because we're not all going to love everything from a makeup brand, right? Right. Moving right along to some brows. So my brows are already laminated and glued to my face. I use the Benefit 24-hour brow setter that I love, so I don't have a new favorite in this category. I'm just continuously using the products that I love, so I am gonna fill it in with my NYX brow pen, but I do have some fails. I have some fails in this category, you guys, and it's several products, all from the same brand. Sadly, I'm talking about the Kosas Brow Pop and Air Brow Gel. These were massive fails for me this month. One, because these products are kind of pricey for brow products. This is a $22 pencil and a $22 brow gel. One of the pencils broke immediately upon application. I also don't like the teardrop shape that loses its shape after the first try or after the first wear. So I'm not a fan of that. I also didn't find them pigmented enough, and I don't even like super pigmented products for the brow, but this was nowhere near even what I like. This was just like waxy in a bad way, and I hated it. The brow gel was pretty much non-existent. The product itself wasn't strong enough to hold my brows in place. It was very, very light, very flimsy, and I'm actually like really shocked by all the positive ratings of this product on Sephora. I'm not sure who is rating this. Is it people that are receiving these products for free? I mean, granted, I received this product for free. I received most products in PR for free, but my reviews are not based on what I receive for free or not at all. Like, I actually don't care if brands take me off their PR list if they don't like a review of mine. That tells me more about them than about me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's besides the point. Honestly, I didn't get the products. I didn't think they were great. They didn't work for me. Let me know if they worked for you and if I'm missing something. Fill in my brows real quick. I have a new favorite eye primer. Rare Beauty eye primer base, $18. Packaging reminds me of Fenty, but it's significantly less product. Also, the product itself isn't at all similar to the Fenty primer that I always use. This one does have a tint, so my only criticism with this product is to make more colors, because this very light shade obviously won't suit everyone. What I do like about this primer is that it is very texture friendly, and it has a great capacity to smooth out the skin. So for anyone who has any types of wrinkles on their lids, or if there's any saggy skin that you'd like to just smooth out and lift a little, if you have any type of texture like I do in this area, this primer is a good one for that. I'm not gonna say it's the most grippy primer, but I like it specifically for smoothing. And I also think it's a really good primer for right now. We're not really going out all crazy just yet. We're not wearing super funky, super dramatic eye looks. So for an everyday type of look, if you just want to smooth your lids, add a nice base to your eye skin, this is a really good one. On the other hand, I'm sad to say I don't share the same sentiment for the new Rare Beauty palette that came with the primer. This palette, true to myself, eyeshadow palette, was very boring. It just wasn't my favorite. I really like the packaging. I like the whole cycles of the moon sort of theme. I feel like Lunar Beauty should have taken this. That's besides the point. I don't know. A lot of the shades weren't very pigmented. They were very muted, not super easy to work with. Nothing was unique. Nothing felt special about this outside of the obvious large glitter shade that just screams, look at me, I'm special, you know? Overall, for $29, I wouldn't recommend it. The one palette that that I did love, however, is the Circo Loco palette by NATASHA DENONA. That is $129. I know it's pricey, but I also know that it's beautiful and it's pigmented and it's rich AF, and you don't need to wear all these colors at once. You don't need to create a whole crazy ass dramatic look. In one of my videos, a couple of videos ago, I showed how you can create a very everyday colorful look, something that's not so over the top, something that you can just pop on and feel a little bit more special than every day. So that's been my vibe. I feel like that's kind of what I want to do today. I just want to use like one shade, maybe this Aerialist, which is like an iridescent silvery lilac lavender. I just want to pop that to the center of my lid for just a bit of frost, a bit of interest. Why not? Listen, the 2000s are back, and all those frosty 2000s lids are back. I'm here for it. Then I'm gonna take a bit of Cotton Candy and Magic. Yes, you can mix colors, why not? I'm just gonna deepen that outer corner like that, and just lift it a pinch like that, and then just blend it out. Cute, no? Just like a little cyberspace vibes. For the liner and lashes combo, I've been loving the Beauty Liner 2-in-1 liquid liner and adhesive in black. It just makes everything really quick and easy, lining your lid and then also adding your falsies at the same time. It's just quick and fun, which is why I've been liking it. So what I'm doing now is I'm kind of adding a little bit more of that glue adhesive to the part that I'm gonna glue onto right here. Next, I'm gonna do this TikTok hack that I've been meaning to try for a while now. I'm gonna take my Seductive Lash, also from BIRDY Lashes. I'm gonna glue the lash first regularly to my lash line, but then I'm actually gonna take the outer portion and glue it right up onto that liner, you see? So there's actually a space between my lashes and the false lashes in the outer corner. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna fill in that part, that gap in between the lashes and the liner, and complete the wing. You see that? But this will actually give the effect of a lifted eye. So I've been loving this technique, the way that I've seen it on TikTok, and now that I've utilized it myself, I think it's quite cute. All right, let's do the same thing on the other eye. Putting just a little bit more glue to the part where I'm gonna glue the lash to, and then going for it. Look at that. I actually don't think this is a TikTok hack. I first saw Candy Johnson do this technique in one of her Halloween tutorials. I think it was like for Princess Jasmine or something like that from years ago. So yeah, the TikTokers are definitely not the first and they won't be the last, but I really, really like this hack. And I think this liner slash glue slash lash combo is the best for this because it just makes it so easy, so fast. Hi. For my mascara today, I'm going to be using the Dragun Beauty Xplicit Mascara. This one has kind of like a thin but flexible wand. And this mascara is actually a mascara that's made for falsies, and that is what I am using it for. I've tried a couple of new mascaras this month, namely from the drugstore. Didn't really like any of them. But this one I actually did like. It's the wand for me. It really does allow you to place those lashes in there and kind of glue them in with the false lashes. And I've been liking it. You see? Also, I didn't find it to smudge on my lower lashes. So this mascara is definitely a fave for the month for me. The CoverGirl Lash Blast Clean Mascara is not a fave. This type of wand absolutely does not work for people with short lashes like myself. This does nothing for short lashes. It absolutely does not separate them. It doesn't make them more voluminous. It doesn't make them longer. It does nothing. So I won't talk about it any further. Moving along to some bronzers. I've tried quite a few bronzers this month. There was the Wayne Goss bronzer, face palette, kind of pricey for like $45 or something. I actually don't have it around. I liked the product, but not enough to continue reaching for it. I guess I just forgot about it, so I can't exactly include it in a fave or a fail this month. I also have been using the Colored Rain bronzers a lot lately. These are very nice, inexpensive at $16, cute compacts. But the one bronzer that I have been reaching for a lot, non-stop actually, since I discovered it, was the Morphe X AVANI GREGG bronzer in the shade Cali. This one I thought was just too light and too luminous for my liking, but after trying it, I was hooked. It's actually a really, really pretty color and just a really nice mix of sparkle to powder. So it adds just a beautiful luminosity and a very nice glow with a hint of color. So not super bronzy on me, but just a nice like kiss of sun, you know? I also think that bronzers like this work very nicely with eyeshadows like this. So something very warm versus something that's very cool and frosty. On the other hand, in the bronzer and also blush and also highlighter category, I did not love the Bare Minerals bronzer. This is a weird product. So this is basically a blush and bronzer in one, but it's also extremely luminous, so I feel like it's a highlighter as well. Very pigmented and very soft, not something that I would expect, but it is literally metallic and it's just not very flattering on the skin. Feels nice, almost like a cream, but again, this is straight metallic to me. And for someone like myself who has acne scars in that area that you would typically bronze up or even highlight, just didn't work. It didn't work for me. Also, I feel like the price is very steep at $29 for this product, and there's not really a lot of product. It's 3.8 grams or 0.13 ounces only. Also, the shades are kind of meh. So I guess just like with the colors being very meh, and also the very ambitious idea of adding a bronzer and a blush together but making it shimmery like a highlighter, didn't really sit right with me. So the Bare Minerals bronzer is officially in the fails category with me. I also sadly didn't like the new Milani blushes. I didn't like the Cheek Kiss cream blush because it wasn't very pigmented and also felt very, very greasy. Felt like I needed to apply a lot of product in order to make it visible on camera and also in person. Moreover, I also did not like the Baked Powder blush. This, on the other hand, was very pigmented, like extremely pigmented to the point of it makes it hard, difficult to work with. It makes it difficult to blend out or remove or cover up with powder. Both of these were not a hit with me. Sorry. 2021, I've got lots of options, and out of my options this month, I'm really loving the Love Sprung by Artist Couture blush palette. This, in my opinion, is very easy to work with. There is a bronzer type of shade in here for those of you who like something that's a little bit more shimmery, that's more bronzy in terms of application. But also I have two nice blush options, and there's also two palettes. There's this palette, the Love Sprung number 6, and there's also a number 7, which is slightly darker than this. So I'm just gonna use the shade Swoon Me. This has been my go-to shade this month. It's very springy, very pretty. And I think it's pigmented in a way that a blush should be pigmented. It's not too much, but it's also definitely very visible on the skin. Now this is a $34 palette, and you get so much product in each pan. So 0.14 ounces times 3. All of this for a little more than the price of this, and a lot more product. Think about that. In the highlighter category, I've been reaching a lot for the Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow Highlighting Powder. This one isn't necessarily new, it's been around for a while, but I recently got my hands on this specific shade and I've been liking it. It just gives you what you want from a highlighter. It gives you that luminous glaze, gives you that wet finish without enlarging the pores or any texture. And that is something that I like. I'm just gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna take a big fluffy brush, dip into this highlighter. I'm just gonna add that to my temple and kind of around the brow bone area and around the soft groove underneath the liner, just to blend everything together. We are almost done here. Moving on to the lips. There is a star player in the lip category this month in my Faves X Fails, and it is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 Lip Liner Pencils. These are genius. These are so smooth, so great. The colors are just right. All nudes plus one red. And when I say nudes, I mean nudes for everyone. For the deeper skin tones, for the lighter skin tones, for the pinkier skin tones, for the more olive skin tones. There's definitely an option for everyone, and that I love. So the shade that I've been reaching for the most, I sadly don't have here. So I'm just gonna reach for a different shade. Terracotta is what I'm gonna use today. Now these pencils are $19. You can twist them out from the bottom, so you don't have to sharpen this pencil. But if you wanna sharpen the tip, the bottom actually comes out and you can easily just twist that to give the pencil a little bit more shape. I love that. All right, let's line the lips. These are so creamy and so rich that you could easily use them as an all over shade, or you could just leave the lip blank and kind of just contour the corners. That looks so nice. That looks so cute. Suddenly my look is coming together. I'm gonna use my final fave for the month, and it is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme in the shade Bee Sting. I like this one because it's equal parts gold and pink glitters in a nice peachy base. I just like dab a little bit to the center of the lip and just let this product work its magic in terms of plumping and glossing up the pout. But essentially, this is it. This is my look using April's Faves, but not Fails. What do you think? Overall, you know I'm pretty impressed with all these products. These are the products that I have been reaching for the most this month. These are the ones that have worked for me, that I'm excited to continue using and take it to my faves of 2021 perhaps. These are all contenders for that video at the end of the year. I will say that some standouts for sure are the TATCHA Silk Powder. This one is amazing. Definitely a unique type of formulation that I have not seen before, but it's something that works for me and it's something that I have been liking a lot. Also, you guys already know I'm a big fan of NATASHA Denona's Circo Loco palette. This one is probably one of my favorite palettes from her thus far. It's just very colorful, it speaks to me, it's very summertime friendly, and just makes me smile, you know? It makes me want to create looks, it makes me want to get creative, even if it's for every day like I did today. I also am a big fan of the BIRDY Lashes liner slash lash glue plus lashes combo. I think it's great, and for the technique that I did today, I think it's the perfect combo that saves time, that saves you energy, and that basically makes that whole application kind of effortless. So that I like. Love the Huda Beauty liners, the 2.0 liners. These are great, but you already know that. So that is kind of my story on these faves X fails for the month. Let me know what your favorites are. Let me know what I've missed. If you have any questions for me, let's talk down below. From this point, I am zooming on out so that you can check out my other videos, more faves X fails, and I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah! Peace out.